Well, hello. It is time. It is the time that we have all been waiting for, actually. I am Black Cyborg, joined by Razor's Edge. And,
how's it going?
yeah, and what we're going to be doing is actually seeing the gameplay reveal of Injustice 2, a game that we will be following for the next year, as crazy as that sounds, or a little bit less than a year, I'm sure. It'll come out in probably springtime, but either way, it's going to take up most of our time, podcast-wise for the next foreseeable future, 10 months or so, and so it'll be kind of interesting to see what we have to look forward to. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully this gameplay reveal gives us some sort of confidence and excitement. We've seen, just to kind of catch everyone up to speed right now, obviously, if you've been paying attention, they showed off they showed off the trailer, the teaser trailer, which didn't have any gameplay. It was a little cinematic. Yep, looks like we're jumping to stuff now. Cool.
Have a special treat in store for you. Not only are we showcasing the best Mortal Kombat X competition here at the Pro League, we're going to be revealing the exclusive Injustice 2 gameplay trailer. And the man to help me do that is the creative director of NetherRealm Studios, Mr. Ed Boon. Give it up for Ed Boon.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here, Ed.
Great to be here. I love this atmosphere. I love the energy. It's awesome.
Well, we've been waiting for this moment for a couple days now, and you've been taunting and teasing us on social media. How hard has it been for you to keep this a secret?
It's been very difficult. It's actually been about a 2-year secret for our entire studio. We know we've been doing this, but there's a time and a place for everything, and we cannot wait for you guys to see what we're going to show you here.
All right, with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's take an exclusive first look at the Injustice 2 gameplay reveal.
All right, let's see what we got here.
We got Supergirl.
There's,
Punch above my weight.
there's your guy,
Yeah.
Curly Grodd. I like his outfit.
Ooh. Yeah, Grub looks good.
Stages look good. Specials look good.
Transition.
Stage transitions are back, yep. Superman with his fun little attire there. With the red gloves.
We've already.
Ooh, rage vomit.
Oh,
Nice.
We're also just summoned the Butcher.
Oh, Black Manta. But I don't know if that's a straight transition only or not. Wow. They're really upping the ante with those supers
Yeah.
there. Awesome. Holy shit. That was pretty cool.
I like what they're doing with the supers.
Yeah, they're going above and beyond. I like that. Take him to the next level.
Okay. All right, everybody catch their breath. I'm going to have to catch mine. Ed, that was incredible. First of all, what brought the team back to the world of DC Comics and Injustice?
Well, the first game did really well for us, and there was always characters that we wanted to see.
Thing is just stuttering like crazy.
Along with Superman, Batman, Aquaman, and Atrocitus is a big one. Gorilla Grodd is huge. Supergirl obviously is huge. So a lot of it was just characters that we didn't get to put into the first game that we're finally getting the chance to do something really cool with.
Who gets to ultimately decide on those characters? Because I'm lobbying for Booster Gold.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors. Obviously, it's the characters that the team's excited about. We're always listening to people on social media in terms of which characters they want. Every once in a while, I'll do a poll online and see who's going to be in the game. And then also, DC's involved, so it's a collaboration of the players, NetherRealm, and DC.
So we know that a lot more news about Injustice 2 is going to be revealed at E3.
A lot of news.
But what can you tell us right now?
Well, we can tell you it is going to be everything that you'd expect in an Injustice sequel. Bigger cast of characters, a lot of new characters, a lot of new faces you haven't seen in the last game, and then also a lot of unexpected stuff. You saw little hints of it in our gameplay trailer, and we're really going to expand on that at E3, give you a lot more details. It's going to be awesome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Should we take a look at that trailer one more time? All right, let's see it one more time.
I love the rice head.
Injustice 2 gameplay
Yeah.
reveal.
All right, see if we can spot anything we missed the first time here.
Oh, a Deck Star is floating next to Atrocitus in his injury.
Oh yeah, nice.
Punch above
Awesome.
my weight.
I didn't notice that either. That's great.
What do you want, Grodd? Your head on a plate.
Definitely looks cool.
Aquaman summons tentacles out of the
Yeah,
ground.
that's neat. Man, I still can't tell if that's Black Manta confirmed or if that's a stage transition. That's going to be the thing that's probably going to be discussed the most out of this,
Yeah.
because it's leaves you kind of hanging.
Incredible. Incredible. Well, Mr. Ed Boon, thank you so much for that exclusive reveal of Injustice 2 gameplay. I want to thank you and NetherRealm's support for the Pro League. We couldn't have done any of this without you. Now, we're about ready to jump into the Fatal 8, so do you have any words for our competitors?
I guess my advice with them would be, don't listen to me because you're a lot better player than I am at the game. Clearly. So I can't wait to see how it turns out as well. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Ed Boon. Give it up one more time, ladies and gentlemen, for the man, the myth, the legend.
So I guess
And
that was
with
it.
that, it's time to rejoin the competition.
All right,
It's
let's
time to
go
join
ahead
the
then.
Fatal 8.
We'll have a
Who will
little
be
talk.
the
I'm
Mortal
just going to mute the stream now. Let's see. Could get Shadowloo in here. Is he in here? Oh, no, it's Django. Type it in here. Let's see. 1 second, everybody, and I will. What kind of dog do you have?
Oh, it's what's the breed called? A Bernese Mountain Dog.
Huh. Interesting. I mean, I don't really know what each type of dog looks like.
You
So.
can Google that. It's,
Bernese Mountain Dog.
it's sort of somewhere between a Husky and a Saint Bernard.
Interesting. Okay, so, anyways, we'll kind of wrap this up, but I wonder if we can somehow get a look back on that. Can you rewind these streams at all? Probably not. Not until they post the...
I don't think so. It'll be up on YouTube, though.
That's true.
I mean, maybe not this fast, but...
Because, yeah, I'm curious. I want to take another look at the Black Manta part, but good spot on Dexstar being there. I didn't even notice that, but... Okay, so we can attain from that. Stage transitions are back. Supers are even more crazy. They're going above and beyond. It's kind of like the Raiden one from MKX, and some of the Injustice 1 ones were like that, where they knock you up into the sky and do something. It looks like they're all kind of to that degree now. It's not going to be just punchy, kicky. I slap you around a bit and do some super cool things. Now it's just like, I take you to my world and then I make you my bitch. Is basically what's happening here. I love that. I love that we're getting so many new characters right off the bat. Supergirl, Atrocitus, Gorilla Grodd, who looks great, by the way. If you go by the t-shirt, it's safe to assume that maybe Captain Cold and Dr. Fate are going to be joining those ranks as well as new characters that weren't in the first one. Super excited for that. I mean, how many characters did we ask for that we're already getting right off the bat? I love that.
Yeah,
that's a good way to
successful so far.
Yeah, that's a good way.
A lot better than MKX did.
Right, exactly. We're starting off with the super characters that we've been, we put on our wish list and a lot of other people have asked for. Like Gorilla Grodd was a huge one that, no pun intended, people were asking for Injustice 1, so we're getting that right away. If we get Captain Cold, so a second Flash villain to make up for not having any in the first one, that's even more impressive. If we get Black Manta, obviously it could be a stage transition. It's hard to tell based on what we've seen. All we know is we saw Black Manta hitting Aquaman with his staff, his trident thing. But it could have been part of like an Atlantis level. We don't know, because if you go off the Arkham Asylum level, in the first one you had plenty of cameos from Batman characters that were hitting the opponent as they got the one that got sent through. So I don't want to jump the gun on that, like, Rain confirmed and all that kind of crap that happened with MKX and so many people that jumped the gun there and made fools of themselves. Obviously, Smoke Man is looking for Black Manta. A lot of other people would like Black Manta, and it's only fair that Aquaman gets some villain representation this time around. So I'm rooting for him to be in the game, but I don't want to, get too excited just yet. Same with Fate, same with Captain Cold until I see them in the game. Obviously, if they're on a T-shirt, that's a little bit more confirmation, but until I see it confirmed for sure, I'm not going to get too excited. But either way, just having Atrocitus, Supergirl, and Gorilla Grodd, mainly Gorilla Grodd and Atrocitus, are really big ones that fans were asking for, and Supergirl has her own set of fans as well.
Well, I think the biggest benefit of Supergirl is Power Girl was a big pick for the first one that didn't make it in, and she can be
Absolutely.
a Supergirl alternate costume.
Absolutely, definitely. And then we saw some Batman armor variations. One that obviously is supposed to be the Batman Beyond type of armor, so you kind of have Terry McGinnis right there from that. And they obviously had an alternate attire of Batman Beyond in the first Injustice, but still, nonetheless, it's great to have it in here as well. I'm interested to see what they do with that. Gorilla Grodd looked fantastic. Superman's really the only one that I'm questioning so far, his attire.
Well, to be fair, it does sort of follow the same aesthetics as Emperor Superman's outfit in the previous game, but with more shit on it.
It's very Caesar. Like, the whole headdress makes me think of Caesar. So I think that's what they're going for. Yeah. And
I think the thing for me is we still don't know, like, story-wise, whether this game will be set only in the Emperor Superman universe or if it'll be more multiverse stuff like the first one was. So, I mean, the window is always open to get more classic-looking outfits.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'm definitely intrigued by the roster picks so far. Are very solid. I did not expect Atrocitus to make it, and here right off the bat, one of the first ones revealed. Very cool. Gorilla Grodd. Basically, they're doing a lot of fan service right now, which is very good. And they went out of their way to say that they're doing a lot more new characters that they wanted to put in the first game, but didn't, for whatever reason didn't. And now they're making a point to put them in this game. That's what gives me hope for guys like Captain Cold and Fate, is because they did have their fan followings that were vocal, not to the degree of Martian Manhunter, but there were Fate fans out there. There were definitely Captain Cold fans out there requesting them. So to have them in here, and Gorilla Grodd, Atrocitus, etc., that's a good sign thus far. We're not getting 5 Justice League characters that you expected to be in the game already as our first revealed characters. We're actually getting some variety here, so let's hope that trend continues. I'd like to see maybe 60% to 70% return from the last game. 75, somewhere around there would be good, and then 25% new characters would be really cool. That didn't get a chance. Supposedly, I don't know if it's confirmed or where the source was coming from, but we're supposed to be getting a larger roster than Injustice 1, so if that's the case, great. I'd like at least 26 to 28 characters on the roster from the get-go. Hopefully now...
I wonder, when they say more than Injustice 1, do they mean before DLC or after? Because it's a difference between 24 and 30.
Sure, absolutely. I hope at least the initial roster is bigger than the initial roster for Injustice 1.
I think that much. I mean, we're definitely getting more than 24.
I think that's a safe bet.
I hope we're getting more than 30, you know?
I think more than 24 is a safe bet because now that they're probably going to use the same engine as MKX, which is obviously going to help them, and they're just going to modify it for Injustice to do the gameplay feel and changes for Injustice to make it different. But then they also have some models, and they've kind of dipped their toes in this water so far, so to speak. So now it's not just starting from scratch. Plus, I doubt we're going to get the variation system for this.
The gear might come with something like variations, where we don't really know what the effect will be on gameplay.
Sure. Interesting, yeah. So hopefully they don't shoot themselves in the foot, kind of like how MKX had the variations, which kind of limited the roster we could have in the sense of I feel like the variations made each character more fleshed out and they had to do more balancing, which means they had less characters from the get-go. Hopefully there's nothing in here like that, but at the same time, if the gear is fun and cool and is implemented in a good way, then that would be cool. What I would like to see with the microtransactions, I would like to see them, because I'm not scared at all of them affecting the competitive side of things. I'm sure there's going to be certain game modes where you use the gear, certain game modes where you don't, certain lobbies and ranked matches where you obviously all of that stuff's going to be turned off, so no competitive players. I don't think anybody should be worried in that regard. There's going to be a place for it, and there's going to be a place where there's not going to be that. They're not going to shoot themselves in the foot in the competitive scene, I don't think. But beyond that, I hope they go the Halo 5 route and the Overwatch route and have microtransactions to get their money from people that are into that type of stuff, that want to spend money to get things sooner, and then give us all the DLC free. How awesome would that be? Because that's what Overwatch did, that's what Halo 5 did. They had microtransactions that it wasn't pay to win. You can buy cosmetics and stuff like that or fun things to use, but you don't have to buy it, and you could just play the game and have the same experience, unlock it all eventually. I'd love that here with the gear.
Well, it sounds like they're advertising this idea that every time you win a fight, you get a piece of gear.
Right.
As a loot drop. So I think maybe it'll be you can pay to get stuff faster, but you can just earn it through the game.
Exactly, and I hope they're generous to the point where they do that and give us the DLC free on top of it, because that's what they've done. That's what Overwatch is doing. That's what Halo 5 is doing. I hope that's a new trend. Get your money through microtransactions, and then
that would be very nice to see. I don't know that I see WB going that way, just because the history they have in their past games of the way they do DLC. But it would be cool if they did.
Absolutely, yeah. I won't be upset if they don't, but it would be a nice bonus if they do that. So do. But we're mature.
We are very grown up.
But anyway, so that pretty much wraps it up for the trailer. Anything else that you want to note on there? The stages look beautiful, as we were to expect.
I didn't see anything I disliked in the stages. I mean, I wasn't really picking them apart. I'm just really happy the amount of lore that they worked in, just the fact that Dexstar and the Butcher are both part of Atrocitus.
Right, absolutely.
As a Lantern fan, that makes me a little giddy.
Attention to detail, and they're really good about that. They did that with when it obviously they forget with story-wise attention to detail, but when it comes to the little details on outfits and doing little cool things like that, a part of people's specials and stuff, especially when it comes to Injustice games and DC type stuff, I feel like they're such big fans of DC Comics and the characters that they probably grew up on as well. I think they're just as much into making sure all of the little cool aspects like that are included. So I'm excited.
There were a lot of Easter eggs in the first Injustice too, all those fights like Giganta and Atom Smasher in the background. Absolutely. And stuff like that.
So, and then the Hall of Justice with the JSA outfits and stuff like that. So there's definitely a lot of cool stuff like that. So they jam-packed all those types of details in there. So I'm definitely excited for what we're going to get. I'm excited for the roster. Right off the bat, this roster's winning me over because we're not getting just the same old. We're not getting a rehash of Injustice 1 roster. And when you have way more characters in the DC library than you do in the MK library. So there's a lot more options that you have to try and pick between. So, and there's a lot of A+ characters that you can't leave out of the game, like your Batman, Supermans, Wonder Womans, etc. They're never going to leave those out. I can't imagine. So there's even more like guaranteed people that are going to make the cut in Injustice games. So it's fewer spots for the B, C, and D list superheroes and villains. So to get like Atrocitus in there, Grodd in there, Cold in there if they do him, Fate in there, and maybe Black Manta in there as well. That's all in Supergirl. Already winning me over. So I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for E3. We're going to get, obviously, some more gameplay. Hope maybe, even if we don't get more reveals, maybe we'll see some, maybe we'll get Fate or Captain Cold confirmed. I doubt it. I doubt we'll get any more characters on top of what we just saw in that trailer. But I hope we actually get some, full-fledged matches and gameplay, which I'm sure we will. We'll get more things explained gameplay-wise and mechanics and gimmicks and all that goodness. And maybe we'll get, on the bright side, maybe we'll know for sure whether or not that Black Manta was a stage transition or confirmation of playable.
Yeah, one can hope.
Yeah. I'd hate for that carrot to be dangled there for a while. But on that note, that wraps it up for the gameplay reveal. All right, guys, hope you're ready for the trip. I know some of our listeners aren't exactly excited for Injustice. They want MK11 right now. They don't want to wait. They want Combat Pack 3. I like Injustice. Hopefully you guys give it a chance. If not...
There's always room for more Mortal Kombat videos in the future. I like to keep the Lost as MK-oriented as possible.
Sure. I mean, we're not gonna just drop MK coverage or retro episodes or anything like that completely from what we do. I'm just saying I hope obviously I want everyone to join us for the ride and the excitement. I don't want anybody to sit there for the game will come out next year, then there'll be a full another year after that because they have a pattern here from MK9 to Injustice to MKX to now. They do it every 2 years now. They reveal a new game, so I don't want anybody just sitting there for 2 years from now, basically, until they get some more MK goodness revealed for them. So it'd be nice if you followed, but I guess if you don't like superheroes, then what can you do? But on that note, we'll see you next time.
Yep, later.